one player that could just transform mid-game. It's going to be Hugo.
Yep, and for this one, we're going to claim Hugo as our own. Because Hugo was in Germany not only once, it was his first out-of-country event back then, the big one at least, where we had an invitation where Lancelot was there as well. So, you know, in a way, he's not only part British, he's also part German. And, you know, my boy Lancelot, der bringt den Pott nach Hause. Let's get it.
And of course, the big thing with Roy in this matchup especially is that you just don't get edge guard. Inkling being very positioned and just getting people off of that stage, edge guarding them, but Roy being so much harder to keep off of that stage, to keep him in the disadvantage stage, off the stage, and even Gimpin. But Inkling, of course, being a character that can just rack up damage very fast, can have a struggle with killing, but if you get the right call, especially on PS2, it could go very fast. And Roy, also a lot of big damage dealer, but has more of an X factor in terms of killing, right?
Exactly, yeah. And we talked about squeezing attacks with turret before. With Lancelot, the same thing. And the moment he starts the CQC, he's almost the one who is the victor on top, right? And Space, obviously respecting it, but Space is a funny thing because Space's flowchart might be the best in the whole of Europe. Like, he's a level 3000 CPU, right? But he still is a level 3000 CPU. It can be bested. And for it to be bested, Lancelot has to play as clean as he can get until Space starts to adapt, and then the layers start delirium.
Sorry, I've not seen Space get a hit in, apart from the up smash in the last 30 seconds.
There we go.
Now gets hit in Space at a very high percentage, so needs to watch out.
Okay,
Gets the forwarder in big boots coming through, and Inkling now 79%, and this is a percentage where all these confirms are still working and will be the KO, but now 125.
Nice. Good.
Needs to be a bit more patient.
Beautiful, okay. And with the F2-2, perfect situation here, and, you know, also respecting the cross-up here, right? Because it wasn't as easy to see where Space will land, but Lancelot, you know, keeping an eye out here, very, very concentrated, choosing the right option, leaving Space at only one stock, and look at him getting comboed on the platform.
Okay, big Inkling damage coming through. Of course, Inkling also being no slouch for these big extended combos, resetting with the neutral, resetting with the back air, and now gets the dash attack in, but it gets shield. I thought it was going to be a grab for sure, but Space kind of seems to be troubling.
Okay, getting the grab here, okay.
Roy has been doing excellent work this game. He's been on Inkling as much as he can.
Yep. Okay, we'll get it. What wonderful recovery here. Okay. Not being too overzealous. Oh, there's the bury. Can you mention time? He cannot. Oh, okay. The ink is out.
He went nowhere, but the upper will finally close out that stock. 77% for Inkling here, but this is bad. This is a bad start. Already 26%, and the ink is keeping that damage coming. 80%. It looked like Lancelot had such a big lead, but Inkling sometimes just gets these crazy conversions, crazy damage, and still Lancelot is now the one not being able to play the game. Great tech there, but not a down smash.
There's the jump.
Oh!
Important. Okay, 153%. The percentage would normally be good, but the F smash call was right there for both players, and in a similar fashion compared to back then, it's like a slugfest at the end.
Yeah,
it's like last hit, last scenario, commit versus commit, and the way Space noticed, okay, Lancelot wants to go for the kill. He wants to end it now, and then going for the roll in that instance. It's tight.
It's the momentum these players are getting from their one openings, right? We've seen it with Lancelot in the first stock. We've seen it with Space in the last stock. It's such a heavy shift in momentum once the other player gets the opening. And that is both like a tools of both characters not having a great disadvantage and both characters having excellent advantage states. And that is such an interesting matchup to check out because it's just you need that one opening and then it's basically done. So we're going to go back. We got to go with the Inkling again. We are staying with the Roy and we are also going back to PS2. A full rerun this time, but this time maybe see if Lancelot can take the advantage right from the beginning in it, or if Space is just going to continue the momentum he had from that last stock, and it seems to be already going. It just did 56% in 5 seconds.
No, for sure. Hey, it'd be quick like that. But still, the reason that Lancelot goes to PS2 might be that he needs a bit more time. Because look at how Roy can play his advantage here. The moment he starts to reverse it, he will end up on the platform, which is great. But also, defensively, Lancelot needs to keep his time checked. So sometimes he wants to play on the platform, wants to keep his time, because Inkling cannot do anything on that. And while he does that, you know, while I'm saying he just dismantled Space.
He's kaput.
But he's kaput.
Also getting the up throw into the upper, classic conversion for Space right there. I just noticed he died at 63 from that jab backer.
I mean, both are gonna die pretty early here.
Oh my god.
I mean, I was surprised too, but hey, that's the reversal power of Roy. A great character from the beginning to the very end. While Inkling was a bit more unnoticed, Space still does a wonderful job here. However, getting ledge trap now in the process. Okay, no punish yet. Keeping things careful, not leaving Space for free.
And that mid-to-mid ledge is surprisingly hard to punish. It's so, like, difficult to get the proper option.
Nice,
But
that's good.
But you got the upbeat from Roy coming through. Now Space starting that damage in, getting 60% up fair into the forward air. Oh, air dodge from Lancelot coming through. Has to regrab, but no punish from Space there. And actually overshoots in position at the ledge.
No ink. Yep, punish. No! he didn't notice the ink.
He didn't notice.
No.
That's how stressed these players are around.
If you would have noticed it, free F smash. The way that Space didn't even hear it. Again,
Both players didn't see it.
Yeah. Oh, but like again, as a spectator, sure, it's a different thing, but man, those two guys.
That looked so funny.
Yeah, it did. It's like, oh wait, there's nothing. No, now I'm too late. Well, now it's getting awkward, and he got punished for that.
Okay, but Space still has some ink left in their tank. Not enough apparently for the down B.
Nope.
Okay, great backer. Now gets free. Ooh! Suspicious DI from Lancelot there, not expecting the backer to connect there, and that is a big play for Space. Almost gets full ink back.
Yeah, Sunstay though. Okay, roll out.
He needs to find that grab to start the damage. All right, he grabbed at 12. We are at 51% instantly. The damage, like people say Kazuya does a lot of damage, right? I think Inkling's almost on the same level. He just did an upper, and it's 50%.
Yeah, it just takes a bit longer.
Yeah,
it takes much harder.
But it's still like doable and real.
The idea, yeah. I got you. Okay, that's just an hour for Hugo though. Was doing fine so far, but now the rolls are coming through, and okay, finally Lancelot is getting it with the up B out of shield, but still, Space getting a lot of value here. 61% is good. Give it like another 100, maybe a bit less. And you can kill him off one throw.
Yeah, that poor disadvantage from Inkling shining through again, and now she has to get out of ledge. Gets the splatter shot going. Lancelot not letting it slide. That is a misstack, and that is a down smash. Could potentially be the stock, but Lancelot has been being so well to avoid these down smash situations.
Okay.
And the strength is back. You see these rolls.
And now you see, he needs a breather for like 1 second at least. He gets to the platform, and Inkling cannot be there in time. So that 1 second might be it. And speaking of might be it, up is not though.
Okay.
He's still in the percentage for that, but just barely. Above 130, it's going to be hard.
Lancelot now in the final stretch of this game, but goes low. And the forward air is enough to stuff out that roller from Inkling. And that is a 1-1 situation. Again, just the speed of these players and how fast they can end stocks, how fast they can just switch around their play. It is incredible. And as I said, a really good point. The breathing, you see them, like once they are rolling, once they're spot dodging, Lancelot retreats to the stage. Yep. Stays on the platform, breathe in, breathe out, continues. It's so it's such a mental awareness.
Yep,
such a great mental awareness.
And then you start noticing things. You start noticing the timer. You start noticing the percentage. It's like all in one second, of course, because that's the level they're playing at, right? But you would also notice, stuff like they left out ink, because I will assure you, like most of them is like, oh, how can he not notice? You basically gave the answer out. But again, that moment of breather, it will give you energy, right? It will give you time to think. It will give you perspective. And with that perspective, he can better execute his game plan. And so far, it's been working out whenever he can go for it.
Bro, that's going to be the infuriating moment to go back on in your VOD reviews. Just seeing that rapid jab happen. But, of course, stuff happens like that. Sometimes this stress gets to it all, but still PO2, still same character. We are continuing this trend. Space, quick on the damage here. No double jump for Lancelot, but still gets back.
Still gets back, okay. You put string here, and now Lancelot is taking up his turn, okay. Wonderful damage. Going for the down air. We already saw it being lethal once, and hey, it can always happen twice. Okay, now faring back a bit, very close, and again, squeezing it out, just constantly fighting with no fear at all.
Inkling down air actually being used to catch these platforms, but there into the down smash again, tries to go for the forward air, but it's enough to scare Lancelot out of getting back to the ledge. That is a good stock for Inkling there.
Now
another jab in the wrong direction is going to be enough. Lancelot with forward smash, great recognition. Both players at low percentage. Equal game again.
Yep, okay. Trying to go for the forward air here again, keeping up his time, staying not really directly below the platform, so the up throw up air thing is not as easy for Inkling. And he always corrected the DI whenever the Nair comes through, always towards the stage, so Lancelot's awareness is really good here. However, Space is better at finding those openings, and this was one of them before. All of a sudden doesn't work out. Lancelot locked in. Ooh, beautiful. Ooh, all the sweet spots. God damn, okay.
Frame traps some Lancelot here, but these roll-ins from ledge from Space have been working excellently. Of course, as Roy, you want to neutral grab, you want that jump to catch him with the jab, but those roll-ins are enough for Space to survive, and no double jump on Space.
Okay, that's it. Keep it. Good roll. Okay. Now again, he's searching, looking, and now here again, before it was a swing from Space, before Lancelot had to go back, even getting like, you know, the weak hit, but this time he was just immediately going for the forward, expecting a jump, expecting a get up, and it works out wonderfully. So Lancelot's mix-up game is beautiful for now. He's confident, like he's not afraid to fail.
Nope. Okay, gets a get-up attack to cross that entire ledge trap there, and then Nuchware reversing the situation. Space has had so much trouble this game getting off the ledge, and Lancelot applying what he has learned so far beautifully. Potentially take this game number 4. Now Space with the forward throw, just throwing him off stage. No up for upper yet. Now gets another one, and that's going to be it.
That should be the percentage. Yeah, exactly. He was at like 100, up for upper. Hey, if anyone, then Space. He knows how to do it ever since day one. But still.
He's still the only one.
He's still kind of the only one. I mean, there are not many to begin with, so I gotta be fair with the players. However, Lancelot again. On the lookout on the search. Ledge trap so far been great. And even the Space Maker's back on stage, it's just as hard as it gets.
And these are the percentages where you need to watch
out
for Lancelot. He is going to look for that KO, be it with a jab, be it with the down tilt he wants that, but that's a full inked Roy there. Go for the grab, just to space it out a little bit.
Okay.
Wants to get rid of that ink, because if that ink is going to be used, so much damage coming back, but Lancelot being so great and not letting Space hit. Another drop-down jump, neutral be failed by Space this time, and he tries it again. Lancelot applying, again, that adaptation. It is not working out now. Space needs to find a way out the ledge on a new way.
I think he can. Hey, come on, man. Okay, this time for sure. This was a bit shaky in the end. Weak hit into weak hit. But hey,
to be
sure,
fair,
sometimes you love to see it.
Isn't it nuts that he can hit like 3 sour spots in a row and still be an advantage?
Hey, I mean,
that's crazy, man.
I mean, he's doing the flow. So
bro, people think this character fell off.
Look, sometimes things change. Sometimes perspectives change depending on who's on top. But hey, I mean, again, it seems, we've talked about it before, that Lancelot kind of figured out the flowchart, kind of figured out the comfort space.
Yeah.
You know? Like, and now comfort space starts to shift into experimental space. But the thing about the experimental version is, you know, it's coming with these inconsistencies. It's coming with its 3 stocks, but it also comes out with getting 3 stocks. He's showed it with the Aegis as well. But that's what I mean. The level 3000 CPU, almost no one could beat him at this tournament except for those who are coming out on the very top. And Lancelot already did the name for himself, and now even establishing it even further, putting it on, you know, the highest point, the Olympus, you would say, right?
Yeah. This is a crucial point for Space, right? Because you said there's been a character switch back and forth with the Inkling and the Aegis, and
the Aegis would solve it, but
this is a difficult situation to make the decision in. I'm not saying like what he should pick, but it's like there is a reason to pick or stay. There's like there's an explanation for both of them. So Space is thinking it through.
Yep, and the thing is, I think Aegis would solve it, but it comes with so much of a risk, because the last time we saw the Aegis against Lancelot, my boy got restocked, my boy got destroyed. But on the other side, we saw Dokumi as well, and